Hey, I'm Laura Martin Povard, and I'm excited to share with you today some of the things that I have been doing to help me feel like an audacious, irreverent, naughty, turned on, filled up woman so that I can go out and create the life that I desire. And I'm going to share some of the routines that I've been up to lately to help you get inspired to do your life in the most audacious, irreverent, fun way that you deem possible. So if you like anything I have to share in this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you really like it, subscribe, and I would be forever indebted to you. And thank you for coming along on this journey of creating an alter ego. And I can't wait to get to know yours. Okay, so let's get started talking about some of the ways in which you can get yourself so aligned with the divine and so aligned with your gorgeous physical body that you want to go out and rule the world. As many of you know, I am the principal of an interior design firm, and it takes me a lot of energy and focus to run that show over there. And then on top of that, also doing Divine Hustler, because why not? I'm so hungry and eager for life. I really desire to share the things that are coming through that have helped me feel inspired so that I can inspire you to create an alter ego. The Divine Hustler didn't just happen. The Divine Hustler is something that kind of started to come in when I didn't feel like I had the capacity or the desire to do my life as audaciously and as big as I knew I could do. And I remember so clearly, I was going to Center for Spiritual Living here in Oakland many years ago, even before it was called that. And I went to a practitioner, and that's a person that goes through the process in the church to do what we call spiritual mind treatments. And this woman was kind of like a coach. She was a spiritual guide. She was just an older woman. She was an artist. She was amazing. I remember telling her, I feel like I'm walking along the side of a long, long brick wall. And I know, and I'm like in a barren desert. And on the other side of that brick wall is a beautiful fortress. And it's full of, it's like the Garden of Eden. There's so much there. There's so much abundance and opulence and beauty, and the riches of life are there. And I know that I can get over there. I just can't see my way. I cannot see my way over the wall or around the wall. And it was a real tangible feeling to feel that I knew how much potential I had, but not having any idea or any way of getting there. And I will tell you, this is why I am so passionate about teaching women to come home to themselves, because I know what it's like to be in a retracted state of mind. I know what it's like to know that you have potential and to see that you have potential and to not have any idea how to become that self that you know you can be. And that is how the Divine Hustler was born. It was, a slow but sure process. And that alter ego I created probably 15 years ago and didn't really come up with a name for her until a few years ago. So here's the first thing. I want to encourage you to come up with a name. Who is she? What are the details? What does she look like physically? What are her practices and her behaviors? What are the amazing things that she's accomplishing in life? And so some of the routines that I have created for myself that have really allowed the Divine Hustler to come forth in a much more meaningful way. I'm starting to see things come into alignment. I was just talking to my work wife over at L&B Interiors this morning about we're needing to hire a couple of new people. And I was talking about how we can also create the alter ego of the people that we want to hire. And if we put it out in a way that is energy rich, then what we will attract will be energy rich. So what are the ways that you see your alter ego behaving? How does she dress? How does she walk? What are the things that she uses to put herself together? And what does she eat? Who are the people that she hangs out with? As the Divine Hustler has evolved, one of the things that I've noticed is that I bring my curating skills from my interior design world into my actual life. And by curating, I mean that you can actually even curate friendships. You can curate your wardrobe. You can curate the things around you in your home. And that just means that you are thoughtfully and consciously selecting who you want to have in your field, including employees, including love relationships, including your friendships. So you can also curate your self-care routine. And that is what I've been doing for the last 6 months. I have, for 30 years, I've done all these wonderful exercise classes and listened to all of these gurus and read so many books and done so many programs. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing. I'm so hungry. It helps me to grow and learn when I am sharing and teaching others. So this Divine Hustler is really a very self-serving alter ego, but transformation is her drug of choice. So in the interior design world, I get to be a part of facilitating, curating, and creating transformation for interiors. And in the world of personal growth and self-inquiry, I get to bear witness to the transformation, not only of myself, which is where I begin, but of watching you transform. And that is what I'm most lit up about, is watching and witnessing people transform. So back to curating your self-care practices. So here is a list of self-care practices that I'm currently working with, that I've curated, and that is always and ever changing. And I just keep adding ones that make me feel even more energy rich, and letting go of the ones that are less fulfilling as I become new up-leveled versions of myself. So I start every single morning drinking lemon water. I know that's the most simple thing ever, but boy, as we get older, and at 53, I can tell you that my skin loves it when I drink lots and lots of lemon water throughout the day, and especially first thing in the morning. Then I have my detox supplements, which is basically helping me detox for heavy metals and giving me iodine and other things that I need to clear out so many years of having mercury fillings and taking in water and toothpaste that had fluoride in it and all the things. Then I sit with my bulletproof coffee, and that always has adaptogens in it. The adaptogens that I use are lion's mane and cacao first thing in the morning. I usually use heavy coconut cream in my milk. And I sit in my chair every single morning with my cup of keto adaptogen coffee, and boy, I can start to feel that frontal lobe fire up. And then I go into my meditation, and the meditation starts to get me super aligned with source. And then I start to journal, and I just do the Artist's Way, Julia Cameron's formula of just like writing out everything that's on my mind. And then after my list of gratitudes and meditation and the journaling, I will, if I have time, I will get up and I will make my beloved men something healthy to eat, because I fast, and fasting is also one of my deep self-care practices, until usually about noon or 1 o'clock. And then I head down to the gym. And when I get down there, I will do some kind of turn on music to just kind of get my body moving and really plug in and feel my femininity and feel my strength. And that is really fun. There's some great playlists on Spotify that I tune into that I really love. And then comes the Heather Robertson workout. And so I do that every single morning, 5 days a week. And that is the thing that's probably been the biggest game changer. So following workout is Wim Hof. If you don't know this crazy fucker, he is teaching people how to build their immune system through breath work and taking cold showers. And so people might look at a person who does all of these self-care practices and say, where do you find the time? Guess what? It only takes an hour. It is not actually that much time. And trust me, you are worth it. So why do I have so much energy? Why has LMB Interiors become so successful? And why is my marriage better than ever? It's just that simple. It's from doing these self-care practices. So it may seem overwhelming at first, but getting over that wall into the Garden of Eden didn't happen overnight. It's taken me 18, 19 years to get to where I am. And it can be faster if you stand on the shoulders of people who have come before you. So you can use me as an expander. I have lots of expanders I look to help inspire me to become even more of who I came here to be. And you can do the same. So get yourself some expanders, and thank you for following along and becoming more of who you came here to be. I truly hope that you will take it serious about creating an alter ego for yourself so that you can go out and change the world. But it starts with you. and let's prioritize getting you back to you so that you can go out and serve humanity. That is truly the most loving thing that we can do for our fellow humans at this time in 2020 when life is mad chaotic. So self-care, that's where it's at, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends, because that would make my whole day, and I would be so, so grateful. And if you got anything out of it and you have questions specifically about my self-care routine, or you want me to help you kind of put together one for your future self, send me a DM or put it in the comments below and I will get back to you.